Hey guys, Mark Spector Comics here. And I'm coming to you today with a comic book haul with some recent pickups from my vacation. I'll just wait to see what if people start rolling in here before I start showing some books. Rolling in here before I start showing some books. Yeah, so bear with me. This is my first time trying out this StreamYard. So this is like a little trial by error, right? This is my first time trying out this StreamYard. What's going on, Comic Collector? So doing a little early live stream. Got my coffee here. Drinking an Americano. So this is first time I've gone live in quite some time, and it's and like I said, with the YouTube, I guess getting rid of that new live stream, had to try out this new one that I've been noticing a lot of these other fellow YouTubers trying out StreamYard, so I figured I'd give it a shot and see how it goes. But yeah, so getting towards the end of my vacation, I went away for a week. First time going away with the little guy, so you never know how that's gonna go. But so I ended up going up to Maine for a few nights. Then I went up to Quebec in Canada. Shout out to some of the Canadians up in here. Had a good time. You know, Quebec was very pretty, and then finished out the last few nights in Burlington, Vermont, and I actually was able to check out a comic book store up in Burlington. So if you guys ever been into Vermont, it's very pretty up there too. Went to this comic shop there in Burlington called, I think it was Elite Power Comics. It was right in the square there near University of Vermont. So it was a pretty cool time. Ended up, they had you know, it was a smaller shop. They had a lot of newer comics, and was able to, you know, go into their back issue bins. They had some back issue bins there where I was able to pick up a couple of books. So I'll start off with those. And the first book was Thor: God of Thunder, number 25. And this was the, there's a lot of confusion with the Jane Foster cameos and first appearances. According to Key Collector Comic app, it was the second cameo appearance of Jane Foster as Thor. This is a pretty good, you know, pretty good run to pick up and read by Jason Aaron. But picked that up for $6. I thought it was a pretty good price. I ended up finding two copies of that. So I thought that was pretty neat, and they were in pretty good condition. Comic Collector, just let me know how's the video and audio from your side. Like I said, it's the first time trying this live stream from their side, and not really sure how it's coming out. But, and it's pretty cool because you can add your name here on the bottom. You can also highlight people in the live stream. So if I, you know, for example, click on your comment. All right, it says good audio, a little loud, and seems to be reverting a little bit. All right. Let's see, I'll have to adjust that a little bit. Oh, I think it's just based off my voice. Okay, I'll just talk a little bit lower. So the cool thing, like I was saying about in the live comments, is if I can click on one of your comments and hit show, you know, it shows up on there, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty neat. All right. I also do have some background noise in here as well because the little guy is sleeping right now. So it could be the it could be his camera in the background that's reverberating a little bit. I'm not sure, but yeah, I thought that is pretty cool with your, it shows your icon on there and then the comments, which is pretty neat. So that's a nice improvement from the previous, I think it was Google Hangouts. All right, so what else did I pick up at that comic shop? I picked up, this is Deadpool number 10. This book, for some reason, I haven't been able to pick up, like, for the longest time when it came out. I've been picking up a lot of these Deadpool books in this run. This is, I think, volume 5 or 6, but this is the first full appearance of Good Night. His first cameo showed up in issue number 1, which I have that one as well. And he's a pretty interesting character. I guess he's trying to like find revenge on Deadpool after he killed his parents. So yeah, for whatever reason, I haven't been able to find this book, but I was able to pick it up at that comic shop. So that was neat. And it paid it, it was cover price, so that was good as well. So that was the only books I picked up at that comic shop. The rest of these were some recent pickups that I got from either some YouTube auctions, either some eBay purchases, or like Instagram auctions. So there's been a lot of them out there lately, especially on Instagram and YouTube. So from time to time, I'll pop in and see what's out there, and I can pick them up if they're at a decent price. The first book I got was actually a book I've been looking for quite some time for my Incredible Hulk run, which is Incredible Hulk number 441. This is one of my favorite She-Hulk covers too, as well. It's a cover homage to Pulp Fiction. So it's a cool yellow cover too. So I think I paid like 16 or 17 bucks with shipping and whatnot, but not bad. May have paid a little bit over what I wanted to, but I guess sometimes you fall into that trap when you're going into the auctions and you really want a book and you slightly overpay, but it's all good. So that's another cool one for my Incredible Hulk run. Ended up picking up, this actually came in for, this came in, it was a throw-in for one of my Instagram pickups I got. This was Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme, number 28. Nothing special about the book. It has a cool Ghost Rider cover, and it's yeah, not bad. I have a few of these in that current run. I think I have number 41 as well. That's the first Cyttorak, which I have that graded. This was also a throw-in. This is Captain America Deathlock Lives. It's a trade paperback. I actually, believe it or not, don't have a lot of trade paperbacks in my collection for whatever reason. This was also a throw-in, so I'll have to check it out. Don't know too much about this story, but looked interesting. Next book I was pleased to pick up was Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. This is a 4-part series. This is number 1. This book was interesting because I've never seen this book out before in the wild, and I never knew the book really existed until who was it? It was I think it was Anthony from Hydra Comics. He's the one that pointed out this book. It's written by Cullen Bunn, which is one of my favorite writers out right now. But apparently, this is it's a hard book to find, and it's a really good story as well. I believe I have the trade paperback coming in as well, because I wasn't able to get the other 3 issues. So I'll have to check that out. Paid a little bit more for this. I think I paid 20 bucks, but considering it's a hard book to find, I didn't mind paying that price. But the next book, this is more recent. This is Spider-Man Life Story number 2, the 70s. This is a really cool cover. Gives me that nice Halloween vibe, which, you know, the fall is my favorite time of the year. And so anything that these cool orange, you know, pumpkin looking covers, it's always pretty sweet. And apparently this is a cool first appearance. It's the first appearance of the Black Goblin, played by Harry Osborn. And I was able to get this for cover price. You know, for some reason, this book's picking up a little bit of steam, you know, $12 to $15. But I was happy to get that for cover. And it's in pretty good condition too, near mint copy. Yeah, exactly. Put that on there. Spider-Man series sounds good. Yeah, it's been a pretty good. I haven't read it yet. I heard it's a pretty good read. But I'll have to read it. I'll have to catch it later. I'm like weeks behind on all my my recent comic book pickups to catch up. So that'll just add on to the adding pile of books to catch up on. Hey Joe, how's it going? So I'm just talking about some of my recent pickups that I got while I was on vacation. And like I said, it was the tail end of my vacation, so I ended up picking up some books up in Vermont, and then the rest of them were some like Instagram and YouTube pickups. So I'm just going through, got a few more books to get there, and then it'll be pretty much towards the end. Next book for you DC guys. This is Flash Rebirth. This is volume 5. You know, this is Flash is one of my favorite DC characters out there. And for some reason, this has been like the last one of the first few issues that I haven't been able to find. This is number 5. This is the first full appearance of Godspeed. And if you guys have been watching the Flash show at all, they've been teasing Godspeed for the next season. Yeah, he was in I think the last episode of Flash. So he looks like he's going to have quite a bit of involvement in the next season. So I have number 6. I think I'm only missing number 4, and that will cover all of the cameos and first appearances and all that what jazz. But so yeah, pretty cool book. Flash number 5. So Joe, yeah, my vacation was good. I went away for a week, went up to Maine, couple of nights. My uncle has a lake house up there that I was fortunate to go up there and spend a couple of nights there because he just sold the house. And then I went up to Quebec for 3 nights, and then I spent the last 2 nights in Burlington, Vermont, and that's where I was able to pick up those first 3 books. And then the last week I just spent, you know, at home just relaxing, because it was the little guy's first vacation now, so I wasn't sure how he was going to handle the vacation, you know, because he's only 9 months. So yeah, it was a good time. So hey, Lady Fantastic, how's it going? Look at that, pretty cool. I'm testing out this StreamYard, new streaming platform, since Google Hangouts is like not really. I think it's gone or it's not working anymore. I'm not sure. But you can click on comments in the live stream and just add them right on there, and it shows up so everybody can see. It's pretty cool. So yeah, so I've got a few more books. I got another one. This was a throw-in book. This is Fantastic Four, number 358. This was actually I got thrown in for free from one of the Instagram. I think this was the Instagram auctions I participated in. It's nothing really special. It's just a first appearance of, I think, Pybok the Power Scroll, and it's like a thick book, one of those square bounds. And it's like this is actually like one of those die cuts that actually opens up, and it has like a whole, you know, bunch of other art in there inside. So this is like a throw-in book, not bad. It's a second copy in my collection, so to get it for free was pretty sweet. Seeing what's going on here in the comments. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. So he was saying tried StreamYard while listening. Pretty sure it let me go live. Yeah, I think I heard from some other YouTubers that they were able to go live. I think it was Anthony from from Hydro Comics, or if it was somebody else, I forget. They were able to live stream it from their phone, which is actually it's pretty sweet. Yeah, actually, yeah, Joe just said it right there. Yeah. So yeah, it's actually pretty neat. If you can live stream from your phone, you can do it on the go and whatnot. Or if if you can't do it, if you have some like strikes on your account or whatnot, and you can't like live stream through YouTube, you can actually do it right through here. Supposedly, I don't know, but yeah, Anthony's a funny guy. I like watching his channel. Has a lot of good content. Yeah, exactly. So like I said, I haven't gone. A lot of my videos I've been posting, it's just a lot of like recording on my camera and uploading because I haven't had too much experience with going live. And every time I try to go live, something goes wrong. I don't know, it throws some errors and I end up accidentally deleting the live stream, and then it just becomes a big hassle. So I end up just getting frustrated and just, re-recording on the camera and uploading. So I'm actually pretty happy with this. It's a beta product through StreamYard that's actually been going pretty well, and I haven't had any issues with this. So far so good. And assuming this continues to go well, I'll do more live streams because honestly, it's much easier to just go live and let YouTube do its thing and upload it than me having to wait. Upload sometimes, depending on how long the content is, it can take several hours, which is just really a pain in the ass. So yeah, I got let's see, I got 4 more books. A lot of these are older books. Got some Bronze and Silver Age, and then I'll wrap this up. So the next book, this is actually a pretty funny character. This is from DC. This is Plop number 1. Don't know too much about this character. Yeah, I saw the cover and I just laughed. So I if somebody in the chat knows anything about this character, let me know. I paid $1 for it, which was pretty funny. This is it's a 20 cent. This is Bronze Age, so it's pretty sweet. And believe it or not, this has some interior art by Bernie Wrightson. So I was like, oh wow. So I ended up finding that out when I did a little bit more research on the book. But I saw that and I just laughed, so I had to pick this up. So we got somebody else here in the live chat. We got Superoos 9000. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for showing up to the live chat. Getting towards the end of the books. I got 3 more books left, and then I'll wrap up. It's been pretty successful live chat and live stream through StreamYard. So looks like I'll be doing this more often. The next book I got is this is Silver Age. For you Batman fans, this is Batman number 170. This is a 12 center. I think I paid, it was like $12 for it. This is another Instagram auction. I believe, I could be wrong, if this is the last time that this Batman's or Batman trade dress is used in the Batman comics, and then I think 171 they go to the new trade dress or new Batman insignia. I thought it was pretty cool. It's it's I think mid Silver Age, came in 1966, I think it was. I don't know, not sure, but a pretty cool cover and pretty neat. If you look closely, it actually has a date stamp, which I think is pretty nostalgic. Whenever you see these date stamps on here, it doesn't affect the grade of the book by any means, but I thought it was pretty neat. You see him especially wrapped around the bat signal and everything. So pretty neat, if I say myself. And then I have 2 more books, and then I'll end up wrapping this up. Let's see. So the last 2 books, going back to some Marvel. This is Bronze Age. This is Conan the Barbarian, the first run, number 14. It's the first cameo Colin Gath and the first appearance of Elric, the Sorcerer. And this is actually, it's a cover homage to Thor 188, which is the origin of Infinity. So this is pretty neat. This is Roy Thomas writing and Barry Smith art. So that's you know, classic Conan, which is my favorite type of Conan. And then I picked this one up as well. This is number 15. This is the second appearance of Elric and the first full appearance of Colin Gath. It's a lower grade. I think it's like a 4.0 to 5.0. I paid like $14 for it. Not bad for considering how old this book is. But yeah. So this is that's my books. That's my comic book pickups. Yeah, exactly. Love Roy Thomas. He's awesome. I was fortunate enough to meet him last year at Terrific Con. So if you guys are up in the New England area, Terrific Con is actually next weekend. So it's at Mohegan Sun, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then the following week, you got Boston Comic Con. It's at the Boston Expo Center. So I'm going to hopefully try to get to one of those if I have time, you know, time permitting. Because there's some really good artists there. And I got several books that ideally I'd like to get signed. And, you know, Starlin's there, Rubenstein's there, Ron Lim's there, Clayton Crane. Steranko is going to be there. George Perez was going to be there too, but he actually canceled last second, so I was kind of disappointed. But so yeah, so if I have time, I'll try to go there. I'll do like an update on my channel if I end up going, and I'll let you guys know. So if any of you guys here in the New England area, you can, you know, check it out. Maybe connect with me, you know, talk about some comics. But yeah, so if you guys have anything to talk about in the live chat, we can chat a little bit. If not, I'll wrap this up. I think I can hear the little guy in the background starting to wake up from his nap. So yeah, so until next time, yeah, definitely kill the lineup. Exactly. So like I said, pretty cool going live on this new streaming platform, StreamYard. I'll have to do it some more because it's definitely a lot easier than previously. Until next time, guys, it's Mark Spector Comics. All right, out. Thanks for joining.